Okay, she may be dining solo, but that does not mean you can call dibs on her chair.
I'm on the road a lot, so I eat dinner by myself a lot, which is fine. I like it. I don't mind it. But what I do mind is if I'm somewhere having dinner by myself and there's an extra chair, inevitably some happy couple comes up and they're like, hey, we see you're not using that chair. You mind if we take it? You're never going to use that chair. You know it. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, leave my chair. You know, that chair is like a life jacket on a plane. I know I'm never going to use it, but I want to think it can save me. So you could just...
She needs no saving. And before our next guest takes her stand-up act to the Beacon Theater tomorrow night, this woman of many talents is sitting down with us right now. Please welcome comedian, actress, and writer Lisa Curry to the Big Celebrity.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So I know you joke a lot about being single. So in my head, I'm thinking, are you still single? Because that might be a Guinness World Record waiting to be broken.
Sort of.
What, for real? Should I call the Guinness people?
I'm sorry?
Should I call the Guinness World Record people just to see if there's a record?
You know, I did have a relationship recently that just wrapped up. So I guess I broke my streak.
Oh, and it's so funny how you say it just wrapped up.
Yeah, well,
it's a good term.
You know.
That's a good way to say it, is what I'm saying. Only a comedian will say my relationship just wrapped up. It's a wrap.
I got the light.
Let's moving along.
Yeah.
So we mentioned earlier that you're going to be performing tomorrow night with Jim Jeffries at the Beacon Theater. Huge deal. You've written for his show.
I'm so excited.
And already opened for him in a few other cities. And I have to say, the tour has an interesting name. Is it me or...
Yeah, no, it's he literally picked the worst word, moist. I mean, who's it's horrible.
But that's what I was saying. I was like, should I even say it? So, but it's so, but the thing is, when you see the poster of the show, it looks pretty cool. It's like GQ and all. But I was like, all right, if you want to call it the Moist Show, then the Moist Tour, then that's what we're gonna call it. All right, so
yeah, it's gonna be such a fun tour.
We can already tell just by the title alone, just by seeing you this morning, and I love that you two are going on tour because you were a writer on his show. So I'm thinking, are you living a version of Hacks? Because it's about a comedy writer, but
you know,
Jim Jeffries is a lady.
Kind of. I mean, he's gentle like a lady. I'm kidding. It's really exciting because actually I just realized that I started writing on the show 2 years ago tomorrow. Oh. So it's a nice little full circle thing where I'm opening for him now.
Anniversary. That's perfect. So you guys will get to celebrate, hopefully. And another thing we're going to be celebrating with you is your comedy album, which is titled...
It's titled Alive for a While.
I love
it. Thank you. That I recorded that in London a couple years ago, right before everything locked down. I was very lucky on the timing on that. Well, see, I mean, I would have moved ahead with it anyway. I would have just been screaming in the street instead of in a theater.
See, that's the thing about like comedians. You guys get to travel a lot. You just talked about London, and I know I've seen you like coming from Alaska or Dubai.
Yeah.
Like, okay, international.
This last few weeks has been really insane because like you said, I was in Dubai for 2 weeks and then I was home for maybe 5 days and then Alaska. And then I came directly from Alaska to here. So I'm a little bit turned around.
But I love how you're like doing like practically everything. And I was telling you earlier during the break how I loved your Real Time with Bill Maher situation. Have you,
thank you.
Has he even reached out? Has he seen it? Because I've seen it and
I don't know.
It.
Like, I know some other people on the show have seen it and loved it. So what happened was he got COVID and was out, and I knew he was going to be out for a second week. So I was like, I'll just do his show then. And the funny thing is, if you go to the YouTube comments, a lot of people thought it was the real show. Like I just shot it on a green screen, and so many people were like, "Great show this week. We love the host who filled it." I think they should give me a show personally.
That's what I thought too. I was like, "Are you kidding?" You were so good. I was laughing out loud. I think it was like about 30 minutes, and I stayed the whole time. And all the women on your panel were just amazing. And you're also amazing because not only do you do stand-up, you write, act, and of course, Lisa, you have a podcast. Like you,
I do.
Like, how do you have time to do all this stuff? Tell us about your podcast.
I have no idea. My podcast is called Long Story Long, and it launched on SiriusXM, and right now it's on iTunes and, you know, wherever you stream podcasts. And it's just me talking to dope people about their lives. It's really just an excuse to sit down and talk to my friends that I don't get to really have long conversations with, because if you call your friend and you're like, hey, can we talk for an hour, hour and a half, they're gonna say no. They're gonna say, what are you talking about?
No, they
That's
would never
insane.
say. No one would ever say no to you, Lisa. No one.
Right, but if you say, can we talk and I'll record it, then they're like, okay, fine.
Oh, really? They're not gonna, if you say you're gonna record it, they say it's fine.
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah.
love how you pick your titles. Long story long. At least you're being honest that it's long.
Yeah.
You know, some people tell you, long story short, and it's never short.
Never, never.
But you're an honest woman, a talented woman, and we're going to be seeing more of you tomorrow night live with Jim Jeffries.
Yes, there's still some tickets left, so get them.
You better go get them now or you're going to regret it. Long story short, check her out live at the Beacon Theater. Check out her Long Story Long podcast. She's everywhere practically, and also on Instagram, which is what?
Olympian Lisa Curry.
I know. She's a gold medalist in the comedy thing. Thank you, Lisa. It's just a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. Good
Anytime.
to meet you.
Tell Jim Jeffries I said hello. I was going to do an Australian accent, but I can't do an Australian accent.
Okay.
Is that Australian?
Bye.
I don't know. Dan?
We'll take
Lisa?
it.
That's it.